Perfect.
Play around with this panel.
Understood. Choke is off, RPM is 1200, electric fuel pump goes off, FP, fuel PSI is good, fuel pressure warning is off, magneto is checked for dead cut, checking left, all good, checking right, and we are good. Avionics equipment is on, radio is all working. Why is this on standby? Sorry, put that on standby for now. Parking brakes, okay, fine. Okay, engine start checklist complete.
Stapleford Radio, good morning, this is Golf Oscar Lima India Charlie requesting airfield information and radio check.
Fire from the use to a left, connect 1037.
Could you please repeat the QNH Golf India Charlie?
1037.
QNH 1037, readability also 5, active runway 21 left, Golf India Charlie.
Okay, power checks, brakes set. Am I comfortable? I don't know if I'm comfortable.
Do you want us to crack on with some checks? Because we need to get going.
No, it's cool, I've got this. Alright, brakes set, no one behind us, no one there. Light is out, electric fuel pump is on, just let the tank with the fullest fuel, which is this one here. Advanced throttle to 1640, but no one behind me, no one behind you, no one in head. $1640, carburetor heat test, carburetor heat on. No subsequent increase, no rough running, wait 15 seconds. Carburetor heat off. Initial RPM recovered means no ice in the carburetor. Checking ignition, checking left, drop in RPM, both recovered, checking right, drop, both recovered, perfect. Mags on both, throttle brought back to idle. Idle, and back to 1000, 1200. Okay, pre-takeoff checks, transponder set to alt, trim set to the pilot flying, which is my throttle. Magnetos, throttle friction we don't have, but throttle's good.
We do.
Okay, that's tight. Magnetos are on both. Pitot heat, yes, today.
Pitot heat.
Pitot heat.
Remember? T is silent.
Pitot heat. Fuel pump is on. Flaps to take off. Flaps good. Landing lights on. Instrument gauge is all good, so we have 18 south. It's all P's off, and everything is good. Choke is off, carburetor heat is off, controls full and free of movement. Hatches and harnesses secure. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, pre-takeoff checklist complete.
We're good, let's get going.
Okay, parking brakes off. No one on downwind, no one's called final. Let's go. Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Golf India Charlie lining up runway 21 left.
Golf India Charlie.
Yeah, I thought so. Right, engine parameters all good. 212121. Advanced throttle to 2000 RPM. Brakes holding. Engine parameters all good. Release brakes and full power.
Want you to go full power, or once you release the brakes, don't press them again.
Yep. Airspeed live. Lots of birds. Not the good kind.
It'll be okay. Rotate.
60.
Super nice today, isn't it?
Yeah, just weren't expecting a bird strike first thing in the morning.
Once you have your first one, then you realise.
Say that again?
After you have your first one,
yeah,
you realise it's not that deep. Move the mic away from your mouth a bit. There's loads of background noise coming from you.
Really?
Yeah.
Even now?
No, better now.
It may be to do with the 500 feet, belt chase effort, positive rate of climb. Flaps, engine parameters, landing lights and trim.
So what speed are you going to climb on now?
70.
Good man. Have you got the auxiliary plugged in as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So look, there's an adapter, so in the video they'll be able to hear us.
Oh, nice.
Hear you cursing all the time, just going to be like, don't train with him.
Caution, terrain ahead.
See, look, because it's all high pressure, there's all that layer of haze, which is why I said the visibility might not be great, but still 10k, definitely 10k.
Yeah.
Look how clear that is, man. Bloody hell.
I love London like that, man.
It's proper nice, isn't it? Right, climb to 2000, mate.
Okay.
2000 towards junction 28, please. Do you have your chart? Yeah, good man. There you go. Like I said, we'll start off with some VOR tracking.
feet. No one below, no one ahead, okay, and continue climb. Oh my gosh, I'm super jealous of Jack right now, man.
Yeah, he's got a good day to do it, as long as he doesn't mess it up. He's got a good day to do his test on. Let go. Not in trim.
70.
It was rising. Yeah. There you go, mate.
Alright, 2,000 feet. Power back.
Hold that nose forward. Run that nose climb.
Power, attitude, and trim in a second.
Remember? 3 fingers below the horizon, yeah? Always go back to the basics.
Alright, junction 28, yeah?
Yes, please. Alright, I want you to intercept and fly. Give me your chart again, please. Watch altitude. Okay, I want you to intercept and fly the 090 radial to Clacton VOR, please.
Okay, Clacton VOR, where is it?
Stapleton Radio, good morning, Golf Bravo, Echo Romeo Yankee.
Towards Hanningfield, yeah?
Yankee.
Yeah, initially go towards Hanningfield.
Golf Romeo Yankee.
Set yourself up to fly and intercept the 090 radial to Clacton VOR, please.
Okay, so planes in trim at the moment. First of all, I need to go from this. I need to change this to 114 decimal 5 hours, same one?
Yeah, it says it underneath, look.
Yeah,
Lambourne, Clacton.
Clacton, okay. So now I am going to press...
Nope, wrong one. One underneath it. You're just button smashing it now. CN.
C for communication and nav. Yep. Do that.
Press that.
Oh, press that to identify.
So then you get the ID up. No, it's got nothing to do with this.
Oh, it's this volume.
Turn this up. And then what else do you need to do?
You need to listen out and identify it.
No, but what do you need to do before that?
Oh, there is...
Nav 1.
Nav
1037, ground is closed, delivery is closed, acknowledge receipt of information, Tango, and advise aircraft type on first contact, Stansted information,
Yeah, that's Clacton.
Tango,
Okay, turn that off, turn the volume down,
And press
ID,
Good.
and then back to thingy. Now I'm going to go to OBS. Well, I can go
There's no point going to OBS just yet because you haven't set it on there first.
So go on to the source.
Look outside. We're going sideways.
So,
just because you're fixated on what's happening here doesn't mean you ignore everything around you.
Yeah.
You need to have good situational awareness.
okay, so source CDI, and you change that to
You're changing your heading at the moment. Yep, good man.
CDI course,
One sec. Go finish Charlie 3 to change. Southend 130.780.
Copy 0780.
CDI?
Yep.
VOR?
Oh, VOR, not heading. Okay,
And then
fine.
you spin it.
So, 090 to the beacon.
Southend radar, Golf Oscar Lima, Charlie requesting a basic service. Look, your altitude, we've gone up 60 feet again.
Stage clear, Southend, stand by, Queen.
So, it is to our left. So, I'm going to do a 45-degree intercept.
So what heading are you going to fly?
So, from 90, 45.
Yeah. 045.
Heading 045, which is correct altitude. That's 2000, yeah?
Yeah. And I'll take some power off, please, mate. Always think about what side you're on. You know, when I said to you Clacton, right? The first thing that should be going through your head, go on, level off first.
There we go. Okay.
Alright. First thing that should be going through your head is, what side of the VOR am I on?
Golf Oscar Lima into Charlie, Southend radar, pass your message.
God, I got it. Golf Oscar Lima into Charlie is a Tecnam p2008. Stay put via Clacton for general handling. Currently 2,000 feet overhead, handling field. VFR QNH 1037, requesting a basic service.
Golf into Charlie, basic service, QNH correct, squawk 4575.
QNH correct, basic service, squawk 4575, Golf into Charlie. Alright. Yeah, so the first thing that should be going through your head is, what side of the beacon am I on?
Left.
You're on the western side.
Yep.
Yeah? So if I say to you to dial up 090 to the beacon, sorry, if I tell you to dial up 090, you know you're going to get to the beacon, right?
Yeah.
Because you're on the opposite side of the radio?
Yeah. Okay,
Whereas if you dial up 270, because you're on the western side, it will say from.
Yes. So then I'll need to do...
When he asks you to track VOR, the key thing is the to or the from that he says. The radial that he gives is open to interpretation. He might say to you, I want the 270 radial to the beacon.
Yep, so it is...
If he says that, now if you track that 270 radial, you're going to go outbound.
Yep.
But he wants to go to the beacon.
So it needs to be from?
No, stop. You're jumping the gun. If he says to you he wants a 270 radial to the beacon,
Yep.
the 270 radial has two parts to it. It's got the 090 side and the 270 side.
Yep.
The key thing in that is the 2. He wants to go to the beacon.
Yep.
Because you're on the western side, if you dial up the western beacon, so the western radial, it will show your from flag.
Okay.
So that's not it. So then you know in your head, okay, he wants to go to the beacon. Because I'm on the western side, I know I need the opposite radial, so the 090 radial.
So it makes a massive difference on which side you're on?
Absolutely.
Okay. Right, that makes sense.
We'll do another VOR back into Stafford on our way home, yeah?
Okay. Copy.
You do the best you can. As long as you fly well, no one in the world can fail you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good way of looking at it.
Boring, isn't it, VORs? It's the initial thing. So remember, when you're setting it up, yeah? Let me talk you through it again. CM 114.5, bring it over. Push to ID. It says it underneath.
Yeah.
Press it. Turn the volume up.
I'm going to write this down.
Make notes afterwards.
Okay, fine.
Nav 1.
Closed. Delivery is closed. Acknowledge.
Okay, the Morse code. Nav 1. Push to ID goes off. Turn the volume down. Then it's...
Course.
So hold your heading, okay?
Yeah.
So, then your screen should look like that to start the flight.
Yeah.
CDI source, VOR source, and that will highlight. And that will allow you to change that. And then, for extra help, now you can set the OBS button. So you have that on that, but make sure you get rid of it afterwards, okay? Otherwise you're not going to be able to change anything on there.
Yeah.
Because look what happens when I try to change it now, see? That goes.
So you start messing around with the other stuff.
So you need to get rid of it.
So, just...
But leave it for the time being, because look, that in degrees tells you how far off you are. In actual numbers. That tells you digitally, just as an image. This will actually give you numbers.
Yeah.
Again, if it helps in situational awareness, use it.
So press OBS and that'll get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then it goes back onto comms.
It doesn't go into comms, it just gets rid of it.
Oh, it just gets rid of it, okay, fine.
Even if you don't press the CN button, eventually this will go back to comms.
Oh, okay, fine.
So look, 17 degrees off now. So each dot, what does that represent?
2.
If it's full scale out to the left or to the right, what does that mean?
More than 10.
Good man.
What's going on with, you heard back from them?
Yeah. They said that at the moment they have a few really, like, there's an Emirates A380 captain who's joining them, BA 747 captain is joining them, so right now they're hiring really experienced guys.
Yeah, makes sense though.
But I want to look good, so I said to them, look, do you have any voluntary work I can kind of help out with? You got to play the game, innit?
Yes, of course.
Soon come.
What would you do for voluntary work?
Ops. Flight op stuff.
Fuel planes.
Southend Radar, good morning.
I'll do it.
Stayford 01.
Stayford 01, Southend Radar, good morning. Pass your message.
p2008 are overhead Faversham at the moment. Request entry into your zone to operate over the Isle of Sheppey from low level up to 3,400 feet for 15 minutes general handling.
Stayford 01, Roger, Squawk 4575, basic service, QNH 1037.
1227 and Squawk 4575, basic service.
Stayford 01, report your altitude, any IFR or VFR?
VFR 2,300 feet, Stayford 01.
Stayford 01, clear to enter Southend controlled airspace, VFR not above 3,400 feet, report complete.
Are we going
Clear to enter controlled airspace, not above 3,400 feet, and we'll go, and after the GH we'd like to come into the circuits.
Stayford 01, Roger.
No, I'm just wondering if we're going to go over the danger zone. We should be alright.
We'll be fine. Because look, we're kind of coming in like that. We're coming in like that. Yeah, we'll be fine, we're not going to go over it.
Alright, so whilst we're doing that, do you know what, I'm going to practice, whilst I'm waiting for that to intercept. So if it was an engine fire, first thing we do is turn the fuel.
Just make sure you keep her heading. I want it slap bang on, there's no wind today. Okay, sorry, carry on mate.
So there is, fuel goes off, the throttle goes to maximum to get rid of everything. You would then turn everything off except
Have a nice flow, okay? Fuel.
Yeah.
Throttle. Carb.
Carb off or on?
You can leave it off.
Leave it off.
Mags.
Turn it off.
Leave that on.
Sorry, say that again. Mags.
Mags to off.
Okay.
Leave that on.
Leave that on.
Fuel pump goes off, and all of this goes off.
Fantastic.
Because what you're trying to do, the reason you switch all this off is, right, your mag's not working anymore. So now the plane's relying on the battery, so you want to offload the battery as much as you can. Right, look, that's starting to come in now, yeah? That's less than 10 degrees.
Yeah.
So now you can get rid of it. Because now that's basically just showing you what's on there.
Yeah. And then from then, it's a case of, is the engine fire gone out? Otherwise, bring it to 70, straight to stage 2.
Let's say the engine fire hasn't gone out, right?
Yeah.
Hold the nose up a little bit, get that speed back, white hot, both stage your flaps, pitch for 70 and just dive down. And then sooner or later he'll say, right, engine fire is out, ease off the nosedive, look for a field with the 5S's, look into wind ideally. If you can't, you're already going to be quite low, and then get it in.
Yeah.
Engine failure after takeoff, remember that?
Engine failure after takeoff, nose down.
Get that nose down so you can see what's in front of you and land it in the field.
Wherever you can.
And use flaps accordingly.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't want to turn onto 090 when it's right on top. Turn when it's literally About, I'd say, like a minute, about a millimetre or two out. No, not yet. Too early.
Still too early?
Too early. Let it come a bit more in the centre.
Okay, now?
No. You're going to okay, now start your turn. What would have happened is you would have just undershot it otherwise. Sorry, OCD. You see?
Yeah.
Perfect. If you'd stopped turning then, you'd have just gone right, you'd have undershot it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now do me a favour, yeah?
Yep.
So, settle into this bit a bit. This is the heading that will maintain the 090 radial.
Yep.
Draw that radial on your map.
Draw it on my map.
Pen's right here.
Yep.
Don't press the road too much.
1 second. Yep.
Where's your diversion ruler? Use that.
Climbing. Snow trim. Oh. There we go.
All good?
Yep.
Okay, now, dial up Detling. So set identify display. Or Lamborn, do Lamborn.
Do Lamborn?
Yeah, 115.6.
So, Lamborn, push to identify. Oh, it's every 30 seconds to Lamborn, isn't it?
Yep.
There we go. Yep.
Okay, that's all good, turn it all off.
Yep.
You press it twice. And now, just spin your VOR, no, wrong one. Yep, now press VOR, Make sure that's highlighted, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'll spin it until it centres. Look outside as well, okay?
Yeah.
You're turning a bit.
There we go, 90. So it's about there. Between two.
Now you draw that back on. Now you draw that radial on.
So
the 240 radial, or about the 245 radial.
245, so you would literally go.
And then you can come back to this. And go back to...
245, you say?
Yes, mate. Come on, you need to be a bit quicker.
Stapleford, well, okay, so 90, 80, 270 would be like around here.
Yeah, but the opposite radial as well, so 245, opposite of that is what?
40, 180, 40...
About 065, something like that?
Yeah. So 065... So what do these actually go up in?
5s. Sorry, 10s, they go up in 10s.
10, 20, 30, it's about there. Okay, so if we draw that line a little bit further out...
No, that's wrong. Should have been like that. So it's about there, yeah, perfect. Look, come on.
No, that's about 45, yeah.
90, you drew it way off.
That's about 45.
It's about there. So it should intersect around Whiteland Sea.
Okay. I can't see those lines properly, man.
Go over and have a look today, yeah? Should be about there now.
Oh, that's where we was. Then that's where we are now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where how you identify exactly where you are. Yep, understood.
Alright. Tell you what, I'll control for a sec. No, give me that chart. Just something you can get all that off with?
In my bag, yeah.
Go on, grab it if you can.
You got control for a second?
Yeah, I'll control. I just figured it's a good chance to...
divert?
Not divert, to do that position fixing.
Smell that?
Is that... Zara?
Oud.
Yeah, Zara.
Bro, Zara literally...
Zara perfumes are so nice.
Yeah. Literally. Okay. We good?
Right, give it a shot. So,
I see Great Oakley.
no, you don't. Alright, I want you to divert from Clacton. I want you to divert from Clacton to VLP Southminster.
Where?
Southminster. Minister.
Okay.
Talk to whoever you need to do everything. This is a hard one, okay? I'm throwing you straight in the deep end, but I know you can do it.
Okay, so from Clacton, fine. Clacton's over there as well, actually, so I can continue heading over there whilst working this out.
You're overdoing it with the rudders.
So first of all...
Remember what I said about looking down for too long? It has to be quick glances, okay?
We okay to cross the channel, yeah?
Yeah, of course we are. As long as we can glide back onto land, and we're pretty much going over land, we'll be fine.
Okay, fine. Okay, that's all fine. So Clacton, so we are going to be going...
Good man.
So that is straight now. So that is 210, 235, 234 plus 5, so 239. Okay. I need my
Just write it down over here.
239. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to put that in my heading on 239. Okay, so I'm over my start point anyway. Right, I've got that. Brilliant. So now I can start my turn because I am at the start point.
Do you have your distance? Do you have your time?
Not yet. I can work down my leg now. Work that out here as well?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Just going to circle around first of all.
Because how are you going to work out the time when you're already en route?
Yeah, good point.
Okay, all calculations done. You've got time. Do your race course.
Yeah, I'm going to do it now. So now that was literally the start of my journey anyway, so I've got a minute or two to be able to get to there, sort that bit out.
So what's your ground speed that you're going to be flying at?
I'm going to tell you in a second. Nautical miles is 14. Okay.
Write that down so you don't forget it.
14 nautical miles, and I can get rid of that for 1 second. So 14 nautical miles at 89 knots, so let's call it 19 knots.
Call it 90.
14 is here, which will take me...
14 is there. 14 miles. At 90 is about 11 minutes. 14 top, yeah? Top one.
Yeah.
So look, sorry, no. 14.
The miles
is that one there, that column there.
okay, so 14, but 90 knots, it's going to take me 9 minutes.
9 minutes, okay, cool.
Okay, so 14 knots, 9 minutes.
And what I would suggest is, before you turn, have a quick look, see what the, okay, do your race course.
Because by that time
way.
I'll be able to find out if there's any issues on the journey.
Talk to, you need to talk to, deal with it as you need to deal with. Break it down in your head, alright? Best thing you can do for yourself, break it down in your head.
Right, I'm going back to my starting point, which is there, and then I'm going to go onto the rating, okay?
Cool.
Okay, now that I'm set, now I just need to make sure, is there anything that's from my journey? There, no it isn't, but we are going to need to speak to Southend to be able to get a zone transit.
Good man.
So we will ask that as soon as we've started our journey. So I've got, apart from that, nothing in my way.
Cool. So you tell me when you start going en route then. Come on, let's turn to our heading. We're just wasting time now. Alright, so you're starting at 29, yeah?
29, it's going to take 11 minutes. 9 minutes.
9 minutes. And I would speak to Southend as soon as.
Yep. So 28, and we're going to get there at 37.
Golf India Charlie requesting zone transit.
Golf India Charlie, report your requested routing.
Requesting zone transit from Clacton to Southminster. Requesting the zone transit.
Golf India Charlie, are you IFR or VFR?
VFR, Golf India Charlie.
Golf Oscar Lima India Charlie, clear to cross Southend controlled airspace on track Southminster, VFR, not above 3,000 feet.
Clear to enter Southend controlled airspace, VFR, not above 3,000 feet, Golf India Charlie.
Golf India Charlie, correct, report Southminster.
Will code, Golf India Charlie.
Come on, correct altitude.
Radar, space over 02.
What do you expect to see en route?
The wind farm.
Okay.
Right,
Hold it
Safer 02,
in the
Southend radar
direction of
standby.
travel.
so I expect to be going over the wind farms to my right, which is the case.
Things what I'll be looking at is look at the shape of the land, yeah?
Yeah.
Where does it look like I'm going to cross the land, and where should I cross the land on there? After the wind farms, what do I expect to see? Little town, little stream. Things like that, okay? So you're ahead of the game.
We've got crosswind from the right.
We're going over to see, that's why.
Okay, fine. So now I can start doing my freedom check. Am I on the right fuel
Safer
tank?
02, pass your message.
Safer 02,
Let's change fuel tanks.
safer with the safety
Yeah, I think it's about time. Wait, before you change fuel tanks.
Currently approaching Billericay 2,100 feet, QNH 1037. VFR request basic services zone entry CTA 4 VFR.
Why are we banking to
Safer
right?
02, clear to enter Southend controlled airspace, VFR, not above 3,400 feet.
Fuel PSI
Squawk
is
4575.
Clear to enter Southend controlled airspace CTA 4, only VFR not above
PSI is good.
3,400 feet.
Okay. Radio, are we speaking to the right people? Yes, we are. We're speaking to
02.
Southend. We've got clearance to enter the controlled airspace. Engine parameters are all within the green. Direction is good, and 2,100 feet, which I changed to, and we've got the right altitude. We're going to do a carburetor heat check. Carburetor heat on. No subsequent increase. No rough running. Wait 15 seconds. Yeah.
Alright, let's do a hazel check, please, mate.
Okay. No.
Height, airframe, security, engine, location, airport, built-up areas, cloud, controlled airspace, danger areas.
Yep.
Another L for lookout.
Lookout. Okay.
90 degrees that way, 90 degrees that way. Not bank, but degrees turn. But we've just done a turn, so that was our lookout. So let's go straight into stall, please, man.
Okay, straight into a stall. Carburetor heat off. Con. Keep the nose pitching up.
Good man.
Still warning. Wait for that to drop.
It's going to drop on your side.
Yep.
Safer 02, traffic northeast,
No,
Haddingfield
to the
manoeuvring,
right.
Tecnam up to 3,400 feet.
Copy traffic, and we'll keep a good lookout. Safer 02.
Okay. Now, full power, and slowly.
Good. And
Back
from
to
this, let's go straight to a base to final.
One sec. Take control for 1 second. This felt a bit loose as I was pulling up. This became loose, bro. Alright, sorry, I'm good.
Let's go straight to a base to final, please, man. So just bring the power back. Go and bring it back, bring it to idle. Hold the altitude. We'll call it 2,800 feet.
Yep.
Speed of the white arc, 1 stage flat. You know what to do. Base
Yep.
to final.
Base to final, 1 stage of flat. Okay, 65.
No, we're not descending. Keep that nose high, start your turn. 20 degrees, keep pulling. Now recover. Full power. No.
The wrong way around. Full power, then.
I'll show you. So keep pulling back, start the turn. Here comes the stall. Pitch down, full power. speed comes up, then roll the wings level, and then you climb away.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, let me try that again. 2,700.
And start the turn. Always remember to start the turn, yeah? It's base to final.
Yep.
20 degrees. There you go. Recover, recover, recover. There we go.
And November Yankee Papa, we're taking up the hold and we're happy.
It should be imprinted in your brain. The second you hear that storm warner, you recover. Let's try another one.
3,000 feet, report beacon outbound.
Thank you, maintain 3,000 feet, call beacon outbound, November Yankee Papa.
And start the turn. As soon as you get that flap down, start the turn, okay?
Yep.
The second you hear that storm warner, 20 degrees, max. Now recover. Good. Much better. Perfect. And just for good luck, bring your power to idle. Let's do final approach stall, okay?
Final approach stall.
Yep.
Okay.
Same. Second you hear that storm warner, pitch down, full power.
Speeds in the white arc.
I get rid of the pitch up, get rid of that second phase of flap. Then it's safe airspeed, positive rate of climb, get rid of the second stage.
Okay.
You've got a really bad habit of overcomplicating everything.
Yeah.
Okay, don't add extra stuff into it because I've not taught you that.
Yeah.
It's a normal go around for the recovery in that, okay mate?
Yeah, normal go around.
Alright, let's practice one more. Good luck.
Stall recovery?
A final approach stall please mate.
Final approach stall.
Go power idle.
Golf into Charlie's complete C24.
Golf into Charlie, Roger, on leaving controlled airspace, basic service.
Basic service, Golf into Charlie.
Gonna go straight to 2 as well. Now. Still warning, power down.
Don't let that nose come back up like that, okay? Hold that nose down. There you go,
Okay,
now raise that nose.
Climb.
Raise that nose before you do that, okay?
Okay. And then positive rate of climb. Airspeed fine. 65. Put it left side.
No.
Traffic.
He's in CTA4. It's fine. Now, when you're not using the flap, hand goes back onto the power. Right, man?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your go-arounds because you need to revise up on that as well.
Fine.
Alright, I want you to level off here. I have control actually for a sec. I'm not going to do PFLs and engine failures and engine fires. You understand them, right?
Yeah, I do.
I don't want to waste time on that. Okay. I want you, when I've leveled you off at 2,000 feet, I want you to track the 270 radial to the beacon.
270 to the beacon. Lamborn, yeah? Okay.
Okay, you have control.
Okay, so we're on the west side of it, so we're actually going to be going 270 to the beacon, so fine. I'm going to go to super navigation. Now, press to identify.
Variation between.
Look at the plane.
Okay, Lamborn view on. That's the correct one. Turn it now, press to ident, turn that off. Go to source. So, 270 to the beacon. So we need to be going to the 090.
Give me a chart for a sec. Look at your chart. When all else fails, look at your chart.
So obviously that's there. We're on like the right side of it, so we actually just need to go 270 from the beacon.
November Yankee Papa, we're beacon outbound.
November Yankee Papa, cleared our left approach, runway 23. Correction declared, localizer approach, runway 23. Descend with the procedure, report established on the localizer.
Thank you, cleared for the localizer and
to the beacon
descend with the procedure, November Yankee Papa.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
If he says to you 090 radial to the beacon, right? What would you do?
The same thing.
Because if you dial up 090, that's going to give you a from flag, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you're just going to fly away from the beacon.
Yeah, because it will literally be like the other way. So it's obviously giving me the arrow for the wrong side.
Yeah. again, go through this because what you're doing is intercept that. That's not intercepted.
It's just to my right, so I'm actually going to keep it small.
Your kind of homework is before Sunday, because I'm going to test you on this stuff, right?
Okay.
All the manoeuvres, go through them. 45 degrees, come on, 45 degrees.
Even for a small...
Actually, no, fair enough. That's a bit excessive. Keep it at 30 then. Go 30. Go over all the manoeuvres. Make sure you know what the manoeuvres are called. Make sure you know what to do in each one. Look at altitude as well. You get fixated on one thing and you forget to fly the plane. Look at altitude. You've already gone up 120 feet.
Oh, 2,100, 2,000. But we was at 2,100.
No, 2,000. I'll put you on 2,000. You need to fly better on the day, okay? Yeah. You know what to do, Gon. You know what to do. I know you know what to do.
Golf India Charlie, traffic west of you by half a mile eastbound indicating 2,000 feet.
Looking Golf India Charlie. Go on, mate. Do look out.
Let me turn 90 degrees to the left and then...
No, you don't need to do that. Just, it's a normal turn.
Papa is 9 miles.
Half a mile behind us.
Swim 0 Yankee Papa, Richard.
Imagine he's half a mile behind us.
Because they said.
Go on, just turn to the left, see if you can see him first.
Southend approach, Golf Bravo X-ray Victor Yankee approaching Hanningfield Reservoir. Received information Oscar QNH 1037 requesting joining instructions.
Golf Bravo X-ray Victor Yankee Southend radar, good morning, QNH 1037, basic service.
Yeah, visual. Alright mate, starting from here.
QNH 1037, basic service, Golf Victor Yankee.
So, left hand...
Golf Victor Yankee, squawk 4575.
Okay, so
report
left
your
hand
altitude and your flight rules.
30 degrees, all fine.
You're pitching up too much straight away.
4575, altitude 2,000 feet.
Preempting it too early.
QNH 1037,
absolutely, so look,
VFR
going into it.
Golf Bravo X-ray Victor Yankee, you're clear
I
to
still haven't put any in now, I put 7 in.
Right base, runway 23, VFR, not above, altitude 2,000.
And then I'm just looking out.
Yeah.
I'm just holding it. I haven't even looked inside once, I can just feel it when I need to put pressure in,
runway 23,
when I don't need to put pressure in.
above 2,000 feet, Golf Victor Yankee.
All by looking outside.
Southend Director, 72 runway 2, departing going to the west.
Paper 01 Southend Director, good morning.
Did you feel, I didn't really put any pressure in at all until I got about 30 degrees, then I put a slight bit in. You're putting in way too much from the get-go. You've got very heavy hands, you need to kind of easen up, loosen up a bit, okay?
Yankee Papa, contact Southend Tower, 127.730.
27730, Yankee Papa, thank you.
Visual of the traffic on the right.
30 degrees, again, nothing.
Now put a little bit in.
A little bit in.
A little bit more than that, come on. Bit more than that, bit more than that, bit more than that, bit more than that. Look, don't be too passive, but don't be too aggressive either. You need to find a middle ground.
Yep. Look out, attitude, bank angle.
Good man.
Look out, attitude, back pressure. Look out, attitude, balance ball. So
roll out with a heading of 300 from you, okay?
Look out, attitude.
Golf Juliet Yankee Squawk, conspicuity, suggest free call on route frequency. Have a good day.
Attitude, balance ball. So balance ball needs to go to the...
It's fine, leave it, it's absolutely fine. 300, okay?
Juliet Yankee, have a good day.
We done it, finally!
1 mile basic service.
That was perfect. Do it like that, no worries.
Balance ball was a little bit out.
It does not matter. A little bit out like that does not matter.
Okay, fine.
Whatever you did there, do that. Same input on the test.
Fine.
Alright, that was perfect. Alright, happy with VORs as well?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, relax for a bit. I'm going to fly us back, and then you could do the bad over circuit, landing and all that. I changed it a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
Governor Charlie, please change back to Stayford on 122.05. Thanks for your help.
Governor Charlie, score conspicuity, free call on route by.
Free call and school conspiracy, Governor Charlie. Stayford Radio, Golf Oscar, India Charlie, band from the east with QNH 1037 and 2 on left hand circuit.
That's all correct.
Talk me through a bad weather circuit then.
It's half the distance of a normal circuit, 800 feet.
Talk me through from the beginning. 300 feet, look at altitude.
Say that again, 800.
So 300 feet, fly heading on 200.
Yep.
500 feet, climbing, turn to downwind.
Yep.
Level off at 800.
800 feet.
When you get to downwind, power back, carb beat on, slow safe cruise. So that's one stage of flap, I think it was 55 knots. Right?
50, say that again, it's...
One stage of flap, 55 knots.
Okay.
You're in the downwind, you do your bump flitch checks, you do a downwind call for your bad weather circuit. Just after the motorway, cut the power, start the turn into a short final.
Before the
pylons, just after the motorway.
Yep.
In the turn, second stage of flap, speed back to 50. And then that's when you do a performance landing as well, which is 50 knots in the approach and stop it as quickly as you can.
Stop on the runway as quick as you can?
Yeah. That's why you fly at 50 knots. You'll stop at a lesser distance.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah, later, just...
Do the first one as a normal landing, and then we'll do a bad weather circuit, and then we'll call it a day.
Golf Alpha Mike, hold in C1.
Wow. I never get bored of that view.
Beautiful.
Tecnam 80, lining up runway 21 left.
Like,
80.
just looking at a plane
I know.
taking off.
It's nice, isn't it?
Golf India Charlie overhead.
Put the nose down, good. Go out a little bit.
There was a customer I sold a car to who trains at...
Northfield?
Yeah.
Stay for 0T final to land and backtrack.
Backtrack?
Yeah, it's hard surfaces only. I'll put that power in, you're going to go for it otherwise.
Start turning at the front, the tip of the forest. No, still a bit early.
Yeah, too early.
Student Golf Uniform Tango,
Traffic ahead.
Visual. Maneuver behind them, yeah?
Delta 01 overhead, presenting that point.
Delta 01.
We may not get to do the bad weather circuit.
Okay.
It's very busy. You happy with the bad weather circuit?
Yeah, I am.
Do you want to call it? Do you want to land it then?
Yeah,
backtracking.
Golf India Charlie, downwind 21 left, full stop, backtrack.
Golf India Charlie.
Brakes, undercarriage, MEM for magnetos, mixture full rich, F for fuel pump on, fuel sufficient to go around, landing lights on, instruments all good, just under 03, 03, numbers all good.
Golf Charlie, Charlie on final, touch and go.
Carburetor heat on.
Charlie, Charlie, Shershway, variable flight.
Carburetor heat on, no subsequent increase, no rough running, wait 15 seconds. Carburetor heat off. Initial RPM recovered means no ice in the carburetor. Hatches harness is secure. Extend downwind, yeah? Tell him?
Yeah.
Golf India Charlie, extending downwind for traffic ahead.
For separation. For separation.
For separation, okay.
from start and turn.
Yeah.
But when you start a turn, slow down straight away. Start a turn. We're going to have a slower approach speed than us, so we'll naturally get a bit of distance.
What plane are they in?
152.
152 is faster than this.
65 knots approach speed. We do 60 knots on the approach. Go idle, and hold the altitude.
70. Go 65, you say?
60.
Delta 01.
60 is our normal approach speed.
Delta 01.
Shouldn't go uniform triangle, final.
We're going to be too low.
No, we're not. We'll be fine.
Delta 01.
Just put the power on again. Get your speed first. There you go. Now, pitch down slightly. Now add the power in. You weren't even at 60 and you were putting the power on. Never
Delta radio, student Golf Charlie Echo Yankee Hotel requesting airfield information on radio check.
Yankee Hotel, register 5, Robert use 2 on left, connect 1037.
On the centre line and stop the temp.
Runway news 21 left, QNH is 1037 at student Golf Yankee Hotel.
20-degree turn here, yeah?
Yeah. Where's she going?
Just offset a little bit.
Alright, 800 feet over the pylons.
Perfect.
Golf India Charlie, final 2 on left, traffic right ahead, inside.
Pressure variable 5 knots.
What else? Yeah, good man.
$500.
Tecnam 80, leaving to the east, request changing frequency to Southend radar 130.780.
130.780, fine.
Little bit of power.
Golf Charlie Charlie on downwind, touch and go, glide approach.
Golf Charlie Charlie.
Delta 01 left base with the glide approach.
Delta 01.
Right, don't forget to use the ailerons.
Golf Charlie Charlie will be normal center 2 on left. Golf India Charlie, backtrack 2 on left.
Golf India Charlie.
Final,